What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of TETO Teach Their Own. I'm
Yup.
RB, and my guy Vic with me. And today is kind of going to be a special episode. We got about a week and a half until NFL starts.
Yep.
So we're just gonna crack on everything. Pause. But we're just gonna talk about everything. We're just gonna talk about everything. Our preseason picks. You know what I mean? Award predictions. Wow, that's what they're on. Award
Cut that.
predictions. Award predictions. You know, division. You know who we think is gonna win each division.
Yep. Super Bowl preview.
Super Bowl.
Way too early.
Yeah, way too early. You
Way
know,
too
Super
early.
Bowl predictions.
2026
like
mock
that.
draft.
Yeah, so yeah, we're just gonna hit on basically all of that, and then talk a little bit about upcoming games this Saturday and Sunday for
You see it? You know,
college
come
football.
on now.
You know what I'm saying? He got the Texas on repping Bijan. So yeah, so we're pretty much gonna dive straight into it, straight into NFL.
Let's go.
Starting with simply our preseason picks. We're gonna start with the awards.
Yep.
Obviously, you know, Josh Allen won MVP last year.
Mhm.
So, you know, who do you think will win MVP this year?
MVP this year. Like it's tough. You know what I mean? You have the same contenders. You know,
Yep.
year in and year out. Maybe I guess you can incorporate. I guess Jaden Daniels is maybe quarterback possibly able to.
Yeah.
But I think Joe Burrow's gonna get his this year.
Think
Like,
so.
I know
really?
I said that last year. I mean, he had the numbers, obviously.
Yeah, he
But
did.
they were playing from behind, so of course he was throwing the rock crazy.
Yeah.
I think obviously he'll still be one of the best passers in the league. Maybe go for the most passing yards potentially. And I think they'll have an improved record to a
Yeah.
degree. You know, obviously I don't think they'll have as slow as a start. Obviously that's what's hampered them.
Right. Exactly.
Held them back all these years.
Yeah.
And but you look at the beginning like 4 games, it's like they playing bumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's
like
fair.
they should get off to a good start and set them up for the the season. But I do think Joe Burrow's gonna walk away with that MVP this year.
Okay.
know.
You know, the thing with Joe Burrow to me is that I don't know. I don't know if he'll have enough wins. I just the defense is so bad. I don't know how many wins they're gonna have.
Right.
They play in a tough division as well. But will you say that you think his passing number is so good that like if he simply just like made the playoffs or snuck in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Or,
Like last year or like this year.
like I'm saying this year. I'm saying
This year, yeah.
I'm saying this year. If he puts up, let's say he puts up the same amount of passing numbers,
Mhm.
right? If not better, and sneaks into the playoffs, maybe
Right.
with like maybe not the greatest record, but like
Mhm.
a 10-7 record.
Right.
Do you think they would give it to him then?
I think so because I think they would I don't say change the narrative, but they look at it
Mhm.
like oh, this team needs him.
yeah, that's
You know what I
that-
mean?
that is
Like
fair,
like
yeah.
without him, they're nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think they'll give him like you are the most valuable player. You know,
Right.
in that sense, that's the definition I think they'll go with this year.
Yeah,
And even if they do like limp in the playoff or barely make it, I think also kind of feel like they have that I don't want to say due,
Yeah.
type of.
Yeah.
But like every year, like last year was like Josh Allen's year, despite what Lamar did. You know what I
Right,
mean?
exactly.
Like let's give it to him.
yeah,
And I think that could be kind of similar for Joe Burrow this year in that sense. So I think as long as he stay healthy, obviously.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Right.
Unless all of them stay healthy.
Yeah,
Really.
really.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna go Lamar.
Okay.
I am gonna go Lamar.
Lamar
I do think Lamar could have won this year. It was a
should have won.
it was a coin toss at the end
Yeah.
of the day between him and Josh Allen. But I think the numbers that he put up last year were, crazy. 40 total touchdowns with like
Right.
4 picks is something.
One of the
that
best
is
passing seasons
yeah,
in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then obviously we know what he does on the ground as well. But yeah, I think he did have the voter fatigue working against him last year. They wanted
sure.
Josh Allen to get his. That was the best year to give him one finally. I'm not mad at the Joe Burrow pick either, but I
Mhm.
just think, like I said, the defense concerns me, bro. I just don't know, bro. And then we'll get to the rankings later too, but yeah, just the Bengals as a whole team. I don't know if they can collectively put up enough wins for them to like that. Because
Right.
if Joe Burrow does sneak into the playoffs with like 10-7, with a wild card, you're gonna have Lamar though, who's probably gonna be like 14-3 again,
Mhm.
or something like that. So it's like at that point, if he does put up another historic season like he did, I think they're gonna value wins. Josh Allen already got his, and at the end of the day, I think people still don't understand. Like, yeah, he has Derrick Henry, but like receiving
Still,
core
even
wise,
yeah.
it's still bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you got Zay Flowers, who's mid. I think he's a little overrated up at this point. And then like Rashad Bateman,
Hey, respect D Hop.
solid wide receiver too.
Respect
D
D Hop.
Hop is washed as fuck. Motherfuckers is love talking about, oh, he got D Hop now, he's gonna go crazy. Like, no, it's not the same D Hop. So
Mark
and then
Andrews, bro.
Is washed. Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started on
Likely.
him. Like Isaiah Likely's hurt right now, so
Right.
you got Derrick Henry, and you do have one of the best defenses in the league. That
Right.
keeps getting better. But at the end of the day, I think if he goes up here and puts up another historic season, I think they also will give him the benefit of the doubt, considering that he maybe could have won last year and didn't. So that would be my pick. That would be my pick for MVP, Lamar. And yeah, shout out Joe Burrow though. Shout out Josh Allen. I'm sure those three will be right at the top. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Lamar.
Fair enough. So now we're gonna do offensive player of the year. We're gonna go into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, who do you got? I guess obviously we made our picks MVP. Who do you like this year for offensive player of the year?
Yeah. I think it's kind of I would lean Jamar. I would lean Jamar. But also I wouldn't be surprised if they gave like Lamar MVP and then gave another quarterback offensive player of the year.
Really?
Sometimes they would do that.
Right.
Josh Allen does have that type of year or whatever. But I do think I would lean Jamar Chase again. I think he's poised to have another historic, receiving year. Obviously Triple Crown last year, but Saquon just had, a top 5 running back season of all time. So
Right.
it was hard not to give him that. I think he slows down just because of how much he got the ball. Bijan, I know you talked about Bijan.
Yep.
That's probably your pick.
Yep. Thanks a lot.
But but yeah, I'm gonna lean with Jamar. I think Jamar is gonna have another great season. So
yeah, that's fair. It's definitely, if anybody can do it, it would be him.
Yeah,
and especially with the quarterback pairing and the offensive scheme, they're just bound for success.
Right.
But yeah, leading into who I got to go with come on, the Texas legend, number 5, Bijan Robinson, man. I think the stars are aligning. You know what I mean? In terms of obviously the O line there. Obviously, you have improved quarterback upgrade and Penix, who I think who will help him get even more receiving work in the backfield. You know what I mean? He'll target him more.
Yeah.
In that sense, and obviously, he's gonna be the workhouse. You know what I mean? And whatnot. Obviously, you either got Tyler Algier, but
yeah, they be trying to sneak that nigga
right.
in
But I think Bijan, this is his superstar year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Year 3. This is year 3 in the league. You obviously he gets it. And like I said, this team last year was their first year with the new head coach and OC.
Right. Yep.
I think Zach Robinson, that's his name, whatever. But he came from the Rams. But yeah, this year obviously like a full year, full off season. I think everybody on the same page. I like Bijan just going ballistic this year. Going ballistic
fair
this
enough.
year. Yeah.
I like to hear that as a Bijan drafter.
Fantasy owner.
Yeah, as a fantasy owner, I like to hear that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Bijan's a good pick too. I'm not mad at it at all. And especially considering that, like, I do think that Saquon and Jamar Chase's seasons will be hard to replicate. But if I was to bank on one of them replicating their season, it would be Jamar. So that's why I'm like, and they're just like, their defense is gonna give up 30 points a game. You know what I mean? So it's like,
You're gonna be out there.
yeah. But Bijan can't put up a season. I've been saying Bijan is I think Bijan at his ceiling can put up like a LT type of season, damn near.
That's not ridiculous.
And people say I'm crazy for that, but he's that type of talent. He can get that type of workload.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully he does hoop, because obviously I'm a big fan of Bijan, but we shall see.
Yep.
Moving on, talk about offensive player of the year. Now we're gonna talk about the other side of the ball, defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Obviously last year was Patrick Surtain, first quarterback or cornerback in a minute. So who do you lean?
This year, I wanted to say Micah. I wanted to before that whole trade saga and ordeal. Like, bro's eating nachos walking into the game. Like, he don't care.
Laying on the medical fucking bed.
Like,
he's checked out.
He's checked out, man. He might as well be in Cancun, bro. But I think I got to go with, obviously, all reliable. I got to go Myles Garrett.
Yep.
Got to go Myles Garrett here. Obviously, he's capable. He's a premier pass rusher in this league. And also I think like the addition of Mason Graham on the D line will help. You know what I mean? And terms, obviously he's still gonna get the double teams and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But I think as Graham comes along, teams are gonna have to respect his prowess, and which is gonna even help Garrett along. And so you look at that offense, you know what I mean, in Cleveland, like, you know,
yeah,
like, you know,
it's bad.
it's bad. So, you know, he gonna be out there, you know, having the
A lot.
you know, a lot. And honestly, we know, you know, when it comes to like decoy, like unless you're like a D cornerback, you know, you got to be like
exactly.
one of those cornerbacks, not just like, oh, you're a great cornerback in the league.
Right.
You got to be one of those cornerbacks, a PS2. You know what I mean? That's obviously that's how he won it. But you know, so the award kind of, you know, tracks towards, you know, edge rushers. You know what I mean? How many sacks? You know what I mean? Like that's the prominent statistic that these, you know, voters look at to determine who is going to be, you know, the decoy and whatnot. Yeah. So I think, you know, Myles Garrett is more than capable. Somebody else I kind of thought about for a second was Max Crosby out there in Vegas, but I don't know. With obviously they just lost with Christian Wilkins, you know what I mean? Like there goes all the pressure again on you,
right,
you know.
But
I don't know. Yeah, time will tell. Yeah, what do you got?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, I lean the exact same way for the exact same reasons you talked about. I was thinking about Micah. And maybe if he was playing training camp, I would have took him.
For sure.
But we all know that just that missing, you know, training camp and missing preseason field, just like it hinders you sometimes. You know what I mean? It just
for sure.
That's just how it goes. Usually they come out slower. So I think Myles Garrett probably will come out here and win. And like you said, they're always gonna, you know, cater towards sack leaders. It's kind of like, you know, D-point in the NBA where they cater towards, you know, block leaders. But every now and then, you know, they'll give a
DeMarcus
Smart,
they'll
give a guarded every now and then. So I mean, PS2 can be. I mean, if the Denver defense is what we think it's gonna be, I definitely think if he's like really the focal point of a number one defense like he was last year.
And they made additions too.
And they got some good additions too. Their defense is gonna be elite. So I think that if he is really the focal point and shutting down number ones again, like he was last year, I think he could go back to back. But
you saw that clip of those like receivers, like it was like Chad, Jamar. There's like at some like camp or whatever, and they're talking about like Chad was like he was like this is how I beat PS2. This is how they're like no bro, no like Unc, that's not he's not going for it, you know.
For real,
so it's just crazy like you're like, you know,
and he's just right there hearing it, like, and it's like bro, that's just the type
Speaks
of talent
to,
he is. Yeah, exactly. That's the type of talent he is. Very generational cornerback. Obviously, he's getting in discussions with Revis's and you know already.
He's not there yet.
I mean,
Reeves got
that one
point,
season.
Right? No, he just had that one crazy.
So. But just that one season, you know,
the Reeves Island,
or that one season.
09,
I mean, he's up there with him. So
but he's working. Yeah, he's definitely working.
We'll see. Hopefully, Micah can make it a fucking race. Hopefully, Micah gets on his shit. Gets paid, comes out here, maybe hoops.
And low-key, you know, it might help him low-key. Micah.
Yeah, it might give him some motivation, you know what I mean? But
not even that. I'm thinking that, like, you know, what's been Micah's problem? Like, you know, obviously, like, you know, he comes out tearing it up. You know what I mean? Beginning of the year, middle of the year. Yeah. But there's, like, you know, week 11, week 12.
Slowing down.
So, you know what I mean? Obviously, that's the grind of a season, right? And if right now he's not, you know, practicing like that, he's going to have a slow start, which maybe might translate to a strong finish.
Right.
So, you know, obviously nothing's guaranteed. Like, you know, that's just like
exactly.
But who knows, you know, maybe that could work and you know and help him.
And I will admit though, he does get held a lot. So, you know, if he wasn't getting held, maybe the stack numbers would look a lot better. But that's all people are gonna look at is just sacks, even though sacks and as a pass rusher you got pressures and double team rates and everything else that you know factors into it. But if everybody's just gonna look at the sack numbers like they have the past few years, I think Myles Garrett will be at the top of that list. So
you think TJ Watt has you gotta give him something like you just have to throw him in there or no?
I mean I would, but I think the thing with TJ Watt is like I think he gets more benefit for the same thing I just said about PS2. I think he gets more benefit for being the focal point of a top defense. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the Steelers are always they're gonna have another great defense this year. I think. Obviously with Ramsey, Joey Porter, and Darius Slay now. You know Darius Slay was, but you know what I'm saying they got a good squad. They got a good, great defense. So I think that people are gonna look at that and be like, yeah, well he's the focal point of that, and he's gonna make plays. You know he loves just getting random strip fumble pick sixes out of nowhere. So obviously that's gonna help his campaign, but. That's something I think Myles Garrett and the Cleveland has had a decent defense. They had a good defense a couple years ago when they won it. But I think TJ Watt gets that praise more than anything where it's like his numbers might not be the best, even though he did break the record for sacks.
Yeah.
But like sometimes even when his numbers don't look the greatest, they'll be like, yeah, but what about that pick six that sealed the deal back in this day, or
Right. Yeah.
that strip sack that won him the game. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like those type of moments are good for a depoy, but I think over the course of a year, I still would take Myles Garrett. I don't think he has. I mean, they got Cameron Hayward. They drafted Jack Sawyer.
Cam Hayward over here sitting out.
Huh?
He was sitting out, man.
I thought he just got paid.
Oh, he got paid?
Or
did he?
I thought so. Like just last year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but then
he wants even more now.
Yeah, because he told him last year. Yeah. He told him last year, like, if I get an All Pro, I'm coming back.
And he got an All Pro.
Yeah.
Hey,
so he's like,
staying on business.
But he just
like
said they laughed at him.
Yeah, that's bad. They did just pay him, so it's like, what the fuck?
Especially he's 30, 37, 38.
He is old. He's up there. He's on for sure. But All Pro's All Pro at the end of the day. So right. I mean. But yeah, they did draft Jack Sawyer. I think he's a little mid, but
they have that one dude. His name Peyton something. He's a linebacker. He's decent.
You white boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
He cool. Yeah,
he's decent. So yeah, but their defense is gonna be elite though. Still, right. So at the end of the day, we'll see how that goes. But
for sure,
I would go with Garrett. Shout out Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Moving on. Now we're gonna talk about some young guns.
We're not gonna do Coach of the Year. We're not gonna do Protector of the Year.
Coach of the Year.
We're not gonna do
Walter Payton Man of the Year. Walter Payton Man
Shout
of
out
the
Walter
Year.
Payton,
Shout out Dak. Shout out my guy Dak, man.
We're gonna do Protector of the Year. That's your type of award.
What is it, O-line?
Yep.
Nah, we get off that, bro. We get off that.
Penne.
They gonna give it to probably.
Nah, I think Lane Johnson's the favorite right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it's like retirement.
Is that like a real award?
This year,
a recent award.
It's starting this year. First time.
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good award.
For Protector of the Year.
That's a good award to implement. I probably would say Lane Johnson or Sewell.
Mm-hmm.
If Rashawn Slater was healthy,
right.
him or Tristan Wirfs even.
Joe Alt one day. Trust.
Or Joe Alt.
One day.
Couple
years.
Maybe next year. Maybe a couple years down the road. But yeah, I guess if we're counting that, Lane Johnson.
Comeback player of the year.
Lane Johnson probably be my best pick.
CMC.
No, because he's not coming back for long. I can tell you that.
I just like.
Who's the favorite for comeback player of the year?
I don't even know. I'm just. This wasn't on our itinerary. Yeah, this was on the discussions, but yeah. Who knows? He doesn't answer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's even.
Back to the real awards. The real awards. Well.
Oh, Dak comeback player of the year, nigga. Don't get fucked up.
All right.
But yeah, like I said, back to the young guns. I'm gonna go rookie of the years now, starting with offensive rookie of the year. Very deep rookie class.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to talk about fantasy, I guess. We can expect a lot of productive rookies this year.
For sure.
But who's your pick to win offensive rookie of the
year? I think it just makes too much sense. Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be Ashton. Mm-hmm. In terms of, obviously being the RB1 sole workhorse.
Yeah.
And in that Vegas offense, I'm expecting him to get a lot of touches.
Right.
A great deal of involvement.
Yep.
Like I said, there's a lot of. I think there's gonna be a lot of rookies that are gonna be productive. But I think in terms of we're looking at the year, it's like, oh, look at I think he's gonna have the biggest numbers, obviously, because he has the biggest role.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're gonna reward that, and maybe the Heisman consolation. Here you go. With the offense.
Right.
But I don't want to. I'll say there's some other guys. I'm gonna let you go first and say who you got.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can discuss other potential individuals. But I think Genty just makes too much sense. The situation, the scheme with Chip Kelly. I think the stars align there, and I think he's gonna get that award.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, I would lean Genty too. Obviously, like you said, there's a lot of other rookies around the league, but Genty's I think is gonna be one of them players where, especially as a running back, you can get forced the ball. You know what I mean? You can get forced the ball.
You're not independent.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't force a wide receiver or even like a tight end the ball. And obviously there's quarterbacks in this class, but quarterback comes a long way. I think you have to have a spectacular year. Rookie year to be, rookie of the year for quarterbacks.
Because even what rookie quarterbacks are starting? We got Cam Ward.
They don't even know if Jackson Dart is the second
starting.
quarterback. You know what I mean? They were talking about it. He's like, I don't know yet. Brian Dable was talking about it. Who else? I think it's just Cam Ward. And is J.J. McCarthy considered a rookie this year?
I don't think so. I don't think they do
Is
that in the
They
NFL.
don't do that in the NFL.
They're
They only
not.
do it in the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
even then, I probably won't pick. But
Do you think they should do that in the NBA? Like, should they, like, let's say you're injured like your whole first year, so your second year, you know what I mean? I mean, should the NFL do that?
I mean, like,
rookie hasn't playing, but like you've been in the building.
Nah, yeah.
You learn the offense. You know, you learn
exactly.
the
That's
playbook.
what I was just
You learn how
about
to be a
say.
professional.
Yeah, like
So,
I don't think it should count really. I really don't. I like how the NFL does that because, like you said, just like especially as a quarterback, you get a benefit from sitting a year. I think people don't,
that's recommended.
Understand that. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? If you're a quarterback, especially a young project quarterback, it's always recommended you sit a year, maybe even a year and a half, just learning from veterans and learning from, the quarterbacks ahead of you and what they're doing and how they prepare and things like that. So like, yeah, I don't like that. I
think
understand it's a
count,
thing in the NBA. At the end of the day,
Right.
it's a thing in the NBA. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really
Like
care.
Rob Donovan Mitchell.
But there's been a couple rookies that have done that though in the NBA, huh? Like didn't play and then came back and played one or
Ben Simmons.
That's came to
Blake
mind
Griffin.
first.
Back in 09, 2010, he missed that for his whole rookie year. Came back, won rookie of the year. Who else? I feel like there's somebody else.
Yeah, I thought there was somebody that was like a little bit more.
But
Michael Carter Williams won rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But he played like his rookie year though. Yeah, I don't know.
Back to NFL.
It'll come back to us. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, yeah, Genty at the end of the day is gonna get so much work. I think in that Pete Carroll offense, they love cowbells or
cowbells.
Bells. All right, bell cows. They love their bell cows. They're gonna force feed him the ball, and obviously for a good reason. He's one of the best running back prospects in a minute. So I believe in Genty. A lot of people are worried about the talent, but I think the talent is there. I think he's a dog, and I think that he'll be perfectly fine transitioning. Running back's the easiest position to transition to the NFL too.
Right.
By the way. So
yeah,
that helps him too.
So I would love to, maybe the idea of Henderson.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be splitting that backfield with Ramondre. You know what I mean, to some degree, and that's obviously the same thing that faces like Hampton out there in LA.
Right.
He's gonna be splitting the backfield to a degree with Najee, unfortunately. Yeah. So it's just like, you know what I mean. Who's gonna win actually? Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Shout out Bill.
Shout out little Bill.
Shout out
little Bill, boy. But nah. Yeah, I think it's just like those guys. They're just in positions. You know what I mean? Like even like the RJ Harveys of the world. Like
yeah, exactly.
There's somebody else. You know what I mean? They're not getting 100%. You know what I mean?
They got
like,
the backfield.
They're not the
good. He has the backfield completely to himself.
But then like you said, receivers though. Like I said, there's some good receivers.
Yeah,
some good tight ends. Obviously, so we rock with Warren and Loveland. Obviously, like Warren's good. I think like I said, we talked about this earlier in the week. He's in a prime position, obviously, in the terms of like the offense. Like, yeah, Mo Alley Cox, like behind. Like, come on, bro, you're better than bro, Yeah. And then, but the only thing is, you got Daniel Jones throwing you the ball.
Right, exactly.
So it's like womp womp. Then you have obviously Loveland in Chicago. Like, so we talk about a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of mouths to feed, but that's Ben Johnson's guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? He drafted him over Tyler Warren. So he must see something, in Loveland that way he can utilize him. So and whatnot. I'll let you touch on the receivers though.
Yeah. Obviously, like you said, you brought up, Loveland, Warren. I like Tet, especially the draft capital that they drafted him at. So they're gonna use him, but it's just about Bryce Young. Is Bryce Young gonna get him the ball enough? Emeka Egbuka is another great candidate, I think. But once again, when Godwin comes back and whatnot, I think that he'll not struggle to get touches, but he won't be as productive. So
honestly, I'm not even worried.
Think so?
Because
I mean, he's gonna. It's not even about like him being in a slot or nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's just like there's so many mouths to feed. You know what I mean?
That's fair, but my thing is like, I don't know. Is Godwin? I think it's gonna take Godwin a little bit to get back up to speed. You know what I mean? And I feel like he'll be Emeka because he'll be so far ahead in that established like chemistry with Baker this year, specifically like in the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like Godwin's not even practicing.
Right.
So it's just like. I think it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be Yeah, obviously Evans gonna get his.
Yeah.
I think Emeka's gonna be that guy in that offense where he's gonna be, like, like Baker, him, and they're gonna have a good connection.
You're right.
And then when Godwin does come along, I think if anything, it might take away from Mike Evans or somebody like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but yeah, time will tell.
The thing is, do you think? Because obviously, he loved attacking the slot last year.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Right.
even when Godwin went down, McMillan came in and filled that role.
Yeah.
And then filled it well. So, do you think that if Godwin comes back, let's say October, early October, mid October, do you think they put him right back in the slot where he likes working, or do you put him on the outside because he's more the vet? Probably he's better out there. And Buka's good on the outside too, though. Don't get it
Right, yeah.
up, obviously.
Yeah, he can
But,
play
like,
anywhere.
Yeah.
But in the
you
spot,
can
in the
move him
slot
everywhere.
though,
That's where
he a
cuts.
slot specialist.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like his
Not
build.
a merchant. He a slot specialist.
Yeah, especially his build and him not being the fastest, receiver ever. I definitely, I don't. It'll be interesting to watch though. Like Buka, I got you in every draft, bro. So,
Makes two of us. We'll see about our draft.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm reaching.
Who's gonna reach?
I'm
for?
reaching 3 rounds. You know what I'm playing.
But yeah.
Shout out Buka though. But yeah, I just like I said, as a receiver, your quarterback has to get you the ball as well.
Yep.
So it's just, it's not just are you better or are you good? It's Marvin's a great example. You know what I mean? Like
he had a solid
Marvin,
year.
Yeah, he had a solid.
With expectations.
Yeah, the expectations was kind of high, but he also had plays where it's like, if you look at him, analytically and advanced stats, he was a good receiver, but colleges don't throw him the fucking ball.
So
it's like, eye test wise, he's a good receiver, but he don't get thrown the ball. So yeah, little things like that I think matter. But yeah, I would just have to go Genty because they're gonna give Genty at least 25 design touches, I think, a game damn near. So yeah, I would rock with Genty.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I will be drafting you Sunday, nigga. Don't trip.
Not if I have something to say about it. Not playing.
I'm before you.
I know.
Okay.
I got a little gift for you on the turnaround though. Trust.
Okay, but he's Nico. But
or Drake.
Oh yeah, or Drake London. Yeah. Damn, bro, chill. But yeah, moving on.
That's a BTJ going. That's a BTJ.
BTJ.
Yeah,
BTJ.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. But that's besides the point. Moving on.
Cut that.
Defensive rookie of the year.
Defensive
rookie of the year.
Yep.
You want to take this one?
I can go first. Yeah. I think I'm gonna let my giant bias, go here. I gotta go Abdul Carter.
Yep.
Like I said, that's a stacked D line room.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's playing off the edge in a prime position to get sacks.
Yep.
I'm big on. I think he's NFL ready. He's been NFL ready. Obviously, another week he did get pancake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that.
He had that little welcome to NFL moment. Yeah. It was a little salty, but I think he'll bounce back. Man, happens to the best of them. But yeah, I like Abdul Carter a lot. In terms of the production he can put up. I don't want to put like how many he can how many sacks I expect him. Obviously, that's a little unfair, but
right.
Like I said, it's all about opportunity.
Yeah,
that's what life's about. Opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in the right place at the right time, right unit. You know what I mean? And it all lines up. And I keep saying that it all lines up. But yeah, for Abdul Carter, he's just a dog.
Yeah,
he's a monster. So
still mad y'all got him.
Hey man, he don't even want to be there for real. But
yeah, he's coming.
He's an Eagle, sadly.
He going for real.
Yeah,
they all want to go.
You see him when he was like dressed all Philly stuff during the Super Bowl.
Nah, damn.
Yes, bro.
Bad.
He was like my last time supporting the Eagles, so I retire. And yeah, bro, he had
so bad, bro.
He was repping them.
They want all the Penn State niggas, dog. They want all the Penn State demons.
And they'll probably get them.
But it's from Philly, yeah, exactly.
At one point, retirement tour, they're gonna go out there. But yeah, I got Abdul Carter, but there's some other guys out there that could be decent.
Yeah. I went the same route. I went Abdul Carter. I mean they just kind of seem straightforward picks. Once again, same thing as defensive player of the year. I mean they look at the stats. They look at the sack number. You know what I mean? They kind of go by that unless you're a generational corner, and corner, especially as a rookie, is one of the harder positions to play. So I look at Travis a little bit. I don't know how much he's gonna be, on that side of the ball. And then after that, I mean, it's like Will Johnson's and who's another corner that got drafted early? Like or even linebacker. Well, there's no linebacker.
There was like people that can actually win. I think like I don't say actually win it, but like I think maybe James Pierce could make a shout down there in Atlanta.
Yeah, James Pierce, shout out James Pierce.
I think maybe Mike Green in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like kind of like far. I don't say far fetched, but got to think about opportunity, right?
Yeah,
up there. So
Mason Graham even. Maybe.
Yeah, but I don't say it hurts being on the D line, like an interior defender.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Obviously, he's like there for run blocking.
Exactly.
And run stuffing, but
a sack counter.
But I feel like he'll put up numbers like from like a pressure from you look at like he's stopping there. You know what I mean? He's an effective. He's gonna be an impact player, I think. Mason Graham. So you said Will Johnson. I said corner. That's gonna be a tough transition, especially.
All signs point to Abdul Carter.
Man. Like
they all do.
It's like plus he's gonna be rotating. You gotta worry about Brian Burns.
Yeah,
you gotta worry about Dexter Lawrence.
You
gotta worry about.
That's gonna be bad.
Thibodeau can make some noise here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I think he's gonna be shipped out anyways. But
you really think so?
I think
Thibodeau?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be.
What's he in his like third year, second year?
This is like year 4.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't think they picked up his 5th year option either.
Damn. That's tough.
So.
But I mean, they don't need him at the end of the day, though.
I think Abdul Carter is his replacement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, but I mean, he didn't really. He had a good rookie year, but after that, he hasn't really living up to the breakout expectations.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would definitely go Abdul Carter. He's a guy that I think can make an impact right off rip. Similar to like a Jared Verse last year.
Mm-hmm.
Even like a Micah. I mean, shit. I think even like Micah was his rookie year. He's that type of talent.
Right.
So, yeah, shout out Abdul Carter. That'd be my pick.
Yep.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now those are the major awards in there, of course.
Yep.
So now we're gonna go back to winners. We're gonna go to winners and then teams as a whole rather than individuals, and basically just talk about who we think will win every single division. We'll go division by division and touch on all 8 of them. Starting in the AFC, I'm gonna start in the AFC for you.
All right.
AFC North, obviously that's the Bengals division, Steelers, all of them.
Yeah.
So
I got the Ravens going back.
Yeah.
I think top to bottom, both sides of the ball, they're the premier team. I mean, obviously, since his offense is, I think, more potent in that sense.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I'm thinking everybody's touching their defense. The team that had the best odds of like is the Steelers. But even then, I think there's levels, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the Ravens. Like the Ravens winning the AFC North.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. My fault.
Am I boring you?
Excuse me. No, face ass. No, my fault. But yeah, I got the Ravens too. Obviously a top team in the league. And AFC North, even though they're kind of looked at as one of the better, divisions in the league, I don't think they are as much anymore. You know what I mean? Bengals still got terrible defense. Steelers they're all getting washed a little bit. They're washed. The unction, literally. And then the Browns are terrible. So you know what I mean. A division that was once looked like one of the best ones in the league has kind of flipped a little bit in the Ravens.
It's a competitive league.
Yeah, it's competitive.
But it's not like the same how it used to be.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean.
It's like an unk right there, man. It's not the same how it used to be.
It's definitely not it's not a division where the Ravens, I'm gonna be like, oh, they're splitting with every team in the division. Nah, they got a chance to sweep the Bengals, sweep the Steelers, and sweep the Browns. You know what I mean? So, I'll take the Ravens and AFC North. They'll probably finish, on top of that division.
No.
Moving on, I got the AFC East. Obviously, Bills, Dolphins.
Yeah.
Whoever else is in there.
The winners, the Jets. They're gonna win. No,
he said
imagine.
The winners, the Jets.
Yeah, that's another poverty division.
Yeah.
And I think I got the Bills. Don't need to say too much.
Right, exactly.
So just keep it simple.
Yeah.
I don't really see anybody giving them a real fight in the division.
Yeah.
They might have some little competitive games every once in a while, but I'm not really too worried about them going back.
Yeah, same here. They're just far and above one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
Let alone that division. So, yeah, they'll probably sweep everybody in that bitch 6-0 and move on with, at least 12 wins on the season. So, yeah, they'll probably be at the top of that division. Moving on, I got AFC South. We'll go AFC South now.
I'll let you go first.
Now, listen. I got the Jags, bro.
That's not ridiculous.
I know it sounds crazy, but that's
not crazy at all.
This is one, if not the weakest division in the bless you.
Thank you.
One of, if not the worst division in the league.
It's wide open.
And it is very wide open. And I just believe in that Jags offense this year, bro.
Liam Cohen.
I really do, bro.
He'll get Trevor right.
Liam, yeah, you got You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence, you still got a
You got
decent,
ETN.
running back core. They have the benefit of kind of having a trial and error with running backs. You know what I mean? So it's like
ETN, no. Tank, no.
yeah, and then they got Tootin as well. You know what I mean? So, and then you got Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? You traded up for him for a reason.
Yeah.
I think he'll be spectacular this year. And then offensive line got a little bit of an upgrade. The defense has some question marks, but guess what? So do the Texans. You know what I'm saying? Their offensive line has downgraded very bad. They're very injury prone right now. And then defensively, their defense is going to be good because they got Stingley, obviously Will Anderson Jr. and D'Amico Ryans, and as the head coach, Danielle Hunter still.
Yep.
So defense is still going to be solid, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of worried about that offense, man. I really am. And I'm worried about that run game, and just I don't know. Maybe C.J. Stroud can bounce back and do it, with Nico and Jaden Higgins, but this isn't a feared wide receiver core as much compared to the Jaguars, and I just think the Jaguars offense is gonna be so good this year. I think that's like a top 10 off. It has top 10 offense written on them. So with Liam Cohen. So I'm gonna go to Jags, man. It'll be close, man. I'm gonna go to Jags.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fight. I was actually considering the Jags a little bit, but I went with the Colts, man.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Even though I was just dogging on them a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just like I feel like in terms of we've seen Daniel Jones be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lead the Giants. That Giants go to the playoffs, get a playoff win on the road. Obviously, it's like now you're just reaching and stuff. But I think Shane Steichen with a quarterback that is like that can throw the ball and like somewhat diagnose the defense at least.
Right.
I think Shane Steichen will be at least. I think he'll be able to put them in a position of like looking decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was a great coordinator. But obviously that was with the Eagles when they won their not their first chip, but
when they went.
Yeah, when they went that first time. And I like the offense. They got some some not terrible pieces. They got some decent pieces. You know what I mean? You have a top 5 running back in Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
You have a potential. Obviously we'll see what Warren is.
You're right.
In tight end, but there's obviously a lot of excitement there.
Exactly.
The receiving core, you know what I mean? Like they got some they got capable guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got Josh Downs.
You got Downs, Pittman.
Eddie Mitchell.
Yeah, hopefully maybe he can be unlocked. So I think like I said, this could be a wide open division.
Yep.
And like I said, Houston, that O line, bro, like it was bad last year.
Yeah, it was
and
bad
you just
last
lost your best O line.
That's what I'm saying.
And Tunsil, bro, like I mean, like I said, C.J. Stroud, I mean, he's a great quarterback. Obviously they're gonna be out without Tank Dell.
You're right.
But obviously like Christian Kirk, they brought in the ISU receivers. So like receiving, I'm not like really worried. You know what I mean? But just like you need time to throw the ball though.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You need time to throw the ball.
And they're a very vertical team too.
Yeah.
They like
that run game is gonna be
shots.
non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. Especially Mixon's gonna miss time. So you got. I mean,
Nick
Nick
Chubb,
I guess, if he wants to try to revive his career. But
I like Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but it's over with. Yeah, bro.
He's seen better days.
His knees jello right now, dog. So
taking time bomb.
Yeah, I don't know.
They already exploded, but
yeah, damn near. But yeah, the Texans. I don't think they're a team anymore that you can just be like, oh yeah, they got this division on lock. They're not that team anymore.
Yeah. I think this will be the most competitive division.
Nah, for sure.
One of the most. I'll say that.
I think that one or we'll get to another one.
Yeah.
But moving on though, shout out the Jags. Moving on, last AFC division, AFC West, and then I want to hear you. I want to hear what you gotta say.
This is tough. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean. Let's say, the Chiefs, right? Obviously they're in their dynasty right now. They've won 9 straight AFC West titles. That's all. I think if they win this year, that they tied New England when New England was just running through it.
Right.
Back in the day, for most consecutive titles, but I gotta go Denver.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta go Denver here.
Damn.
I just think that defense. I think that defense is gonna be insane. You know what I mean?
Damn.
I think no fly zone's back. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got PS2.
Yep.
I like the addition of Dre Greenlaw, even though he did get hurt, but I think he should be back. They got Tafunga from the San Francisco as safety.
Really?
Yeah, as their safety.
I did not know
so,
that.
like, you just boosted that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And also, like,
I did not know that.
Benito had a crazy year last year.
Yeah, rookie year.
He had a great year last year. I think they also made some other additions up to their pass rush as well. So I like Denver's defense a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Then you have the Mad Hatter and Sean Payton. You know what I mean? I think Bo Nix will take a jump this year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he ended his year good. Ended his year good, and I think he'll build up upon that and whatnot. And obviously, it's like you look at like the weapons wise. You know what I mean? Like that's my kind of concern. Like you have Cortland Sutton. Like
exactly.
Like I don't even know their tight end, bro.
Evan Ingram?
Oh, duh, I forgot I got him. Yeah, my bad. Cancel the pod.
Yeah.
Cancel the pod. But yeah, Evan Ingram, that's solid. But I mean, like, who's your wide receiver too? Like what? Troy. All right, like, nobody's taking him, bro. Yo, I'm not at least.
Hey, chill. Hey, shout out Pat Bryant though.
Pat Bryant.
Out of Illinois.
Apparently, Troy Franklin's been doing good this camp, but that's camp obviously. They got RJ Harvey. So that I think that run game will be decent, and obviously behind that O-line. Yep. So I think that's gonna be competitive division, but I think that's like week 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Denver will get them there.
Yeah. I do like Denver. I like the Chargers, but I just can't count out the Chiefs, bro. I know.
I might look back on this and be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like this definitely is the year to be like have your concerns about the Chiefs 100%, but they're just still the Chiefs, bro. You still got Andy Reid, mastermind. You still got Patrick Mahomes. The receiving core isn't as great as it used to be. I think Travis Kelce is going to be washed completely this year.
Shout out Crashy Rice. Rashi Rice.
Yeah, Crashy Rice. Shout out Rashi Rice is probably going to get suspended 6 to 8 weeks. And then you got Xavier Worthy and weak ass running back core, but it's Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day. Hopefully the defense can bounce back, but hopefully not. But you know what I mean. They look to be a good bounce back candidate, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all though. But I will say if the Chiefs didn't win, I would pick the Chargers personally.
Really?
Over the Broncos, I would. I just think that how John Harbaugh offense is, and just like now he has a Marion Hampton in a run heavy scheme. You know what I mean, and a great online. Maybe if they have Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
If they have Slater, I think definitely.
I'd feel a lot more comfortable.
But yeah, I would feel a lot more comfortable now that I say it out loud. But if they have Rashawn Slater, it wouldn't be no doubt in my mind. But the defense was improved last year as well.
Right.
They did lose Joey Bosa, but I mean he was
he's already
anyways.
He's on the beach anyways, bro.
He's going past. Asante Samuel's still a free agent. Hopefully they bring him back, but yeah, I still believe in the Chargers and what they can do this year as well. So you got Herbo too. So Jay Herbo at the end of the day.
Yeah, he in his bag right now.
So I would go Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
He's going crazy on and off the field.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to go dumb, bro. Shout out Herbo.
That's the Josh Allen meta.
Yeah, they know what they do. They get him a wife and they go crazy next year. So,
yep.
Shout out Justin Herbert.
Thanks.
But yeah, I got the Chiefs in that. Moving on to the other side, NFC.
Yep.
Starting with the NFC North, one of the more competitive divisions in football.
Top to bottom. This is
top to bottom.
Right.
It was very hard for me to pick a team. Well, not very hard, but
yeah, this was tough. This was tough. So? I wanted to go Bears, but I wanted to.
Okay. But I was like, I mean,
I wanted to, but I was like, I think I need a year at least.
Yeah.
With under Ben Johnson and whatnot, for everything to fully be in place and be ready to.
Yep.
To compete. In that sense. But I just went with. I went with the Packers, man. That kind of pains me. Yeah. Because me, I don't like the Packers, but I don't like Green Bay. I don't like cheese. I do like cheese curds. I don't like the Packers, bro. But I think that cohesion, Matt LaFleur returning, obviously, same offensive starters, you know what I mean, and with the addition of Matthew Golden, who I think will hopefully be the established one for him.
Yeah.
Obviously they have playmakers all across the field. Obviously there's some injuries right now, but and whatnot. But I just think I think there's just a cohesion. Obviously, would I like to see them bring in some edge support? You know what I mean? Some better rush passing.
Just defense.
Right. Because they converted. What's his name? Was it a wide receiver, the cornerback?
Yeah,
they
Bo
desperate, but it's the Packers. They'd be finding ways.
Yeah. That's what I would see. That's exactly.
That is a disciplined team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like. we'll touch on other teams in the division, but who do you got?
Nah, yeah. I thought about the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I really did, but I think I would just have to go to Detroit. They're just too talented to me. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is kind of, he's this is a year. Let's see what he can do, without Ben Johnson.
Are you Ben Johnson made?
Yeah, are you Ben Johnson made? Let's see what you do without him. Defense is healthier now. Getting Hutchinson back.
Got DJ Reed too in free agency.
DJ Reed?
Yeah, free agency.
Okay. DJ Reed, a good pickup. Kirby Joseph and things like that. So, yeah, I would go to the Lions. Now, I thought about the Packers, but like you said, you literally just touched on it. The thing about the Packers is they just win games.
They just win, bro.
They just win games. Like, if you look at their depth chart, they're like, bro, like, you'll be like, bro, how are these guys like 10, 11-6? You know what I mean?
They just win,
because
bro.
they just like, but that's just, I guess, the Matt LaFleur effect. Great coach, disciplines them very well, like you said, and wins them games. So it was hard for me to go between them two, but yeah, the Lions is just. I think they're just way too talented.
What about the Vikings, bro?
And the Vikings got J.J. McCarthy at the throne. So I don't know how to feel about that. The defense is going to be up there. Defense is going to be elite. And obviously you have one of the best receiving cores or just, weapon cores in the league. Yeah. But the Lions, I think, are just, the trenches. They're good on the trenches. And I think that they'll, even without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, I think they'll survive. So
for sure.
Survive. I think they'll.
Where do you have the Bears finishing in that division, though?
I really got them finishing last, but as much as I like the Bears, I will admit this is definitely this isn't the year. This isn't the year. You bring Ben Johnson in, and he's going to be a great coach this year. But I think you need next year to really see all your young guys really come together. Rome Odunze, Luther Burden's rookie year. Colston Loveland's rookie year. Right. Hopefully draft, maybe get another running back and
you're my love.
In the draft or in the free season, off season or whatever.
Brees Love. Brees Love.
Brees Love. All right. Who is Brees Love?
There's actually a running back at Stanford who got like a top 3 Heisman a couple years ago. Bryce Love. I think that's where my
really.
Head. Yeah.
I got. We talking about Brees Hall.
Brees Hall. Yeah.
Brees Hall would be a good, good addition. But yeah, I mean, I like some of them are kind of older down there, but even on the defensive side, you know what I'm saying? You got Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon is young, Jaquan Brisker, them guys are all looking really to break out. I think this year is too soon, but especially everybody getting used to just Ben Johnson and a new offense implementation. But I think next year, if all goes right, I think next year will be a year where they are up there in discussions. So, shout out the Bears though. Bear down, nigga.
The Bears.
Shout out Caleb Williams. But moving on, that was NFC North. Let's talk about the NFC East now. My division, our division. Unfortunately,
who's that one?
NFC. So now.
I'm playing.
Okay, all right then.
I'm playing. Yeah, sadly.
But yeah. So who do you got in NFC East? I mean, it's kind of we don't even gotta. Just
say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eagles.
Yeah, that's not. We're not even gonna talk. We're not. But yeah, we're not even gonna pay any mind to the Eagles at the end of the day. We're not even gonna talk about them. They're gonna win the division. They're gonna be at the top of the whole conference. But we know why. They're cheaters. Super team. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they do it. But
I don't know how that math works, bro. All those guys getting paid. I don't know how to make it make sense. Like, literally, I don't know how it works.
Yeah. We'll move on, though. Shout out the Eagles. Well, not shout out, but yeah. Eagles. Moving on, NFC South.
Yeah.
This is kind of a two-headed, two-headed race.
Yeah. 2-horse race, yeah.
Yeah, 2-horse race. So, who do you got in that?
I think we're gonna have the same team here. The Dirty Birds down in Atlanta. I think last year was that first year under with the new coach. And then let's say they made some additions on the defensive side. Yep. This year that we like, and said obviously the quarterback, full season. Right. Michael Penix, at the helm, because he had how many games last year? 3.
Yeah, I think maybe 3 total.
3? Yeah. So
small sample size.
Yeah, so I think obviously he's gonna, help Drake London ascend. And also we saw the flashes of it at the end there. Yeah. And also the O line, Bijan. Yeah. So it's gonna be competitive, but I think this year they're gonna take that jump up because even like last year was competitive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
It
Yeah, I
came
was
it
just
came
about to say that.
down. Like I think they almost had. Yeah, it was just
Mm-hmm.
they were fighting for it.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna take a step up
Mm-hmm.
and show why they're the better team in the NFC South.
Right. Yeah. I definitely got the Falcons.
Cause you got
as well.
free wins in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, exactly. In Carolina.
Right.
So
they might split.
think so?
Yeah, Carolina.
Maybe
No,
they could.
They might just have one like just like burner
Yeah,
game.
yeah, that's fair.
Just like,
Yeah. So yeah, I would take Atlanta as well.
Mhm.
Same thing that you kind of touched on. They were 8-9 last year with Kirk Cousins under the helm, with no pass rush. They addressed the pass rush, through the draft.
Right.
So and yeah, like you said, another year under their new OC. I think Bijan will get a heavy workload this year,
Mhm.
and we saw it just last year. The Penix in London, connection is real.
Mhm.
So I believe in that. I'm a big believer
And
in
Kyle
that.
Pitts.
Hopefully he can finally fucking play in some games or something. Like I don't know.
Praying for you, man.
But nah, yeah, I like the Falcons as well. Like I said, if they were 8-9 and Kirk Cousins had sold some games where he was throwing 3 picks and shit, I mean, I think they can win 10 or 11 this year. So
Yeah.
shout out to Falcons. I would take the Falcons there as well. Moving on, this is what I think is gonna be the most competitive division. That's the NFC West to me.
Right.
I think the NFC West, all 4 teams are capable of making the playoffs. I think. So, who you got in that division?
Yeah, that was a tough one. Another toss up there. Cause you can make an argument for every team.
Yeah.
But I think I just gotta. Even though I gotta go with the favorite, I gotta go with the Rams. I just went with the Rams. Obviously you moved off a washed Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And you brought in almost washed Devontae Adams.
But not yet.
Not yet. But all jokes. But yeah, I like the Devontae Adams, opposite Puka Nacua there with Matthew Stafford. Like you said, his health is gonna be the biggest thing because they're already talking about he's battling the back injury, and back injuries are no joke. So
yeah,
but I think so that defense, that D line, I think the second year, I think they'll take another step there as well. And so you have a top 5 coach in Sean McVay at the helm, running the whole operation. So, what is there not to like? And they were cooking last year too. You know what I mean? They were cooking, and even in that playoff game against was that first half they were like they were decent in that first half.
Yeah,
I think that second half that's when like Philly just took off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Rams on both sides. Let's say the other teams, I'll probably touch after you make your pick.
Right.
But it's gonna certainly be competitive.
Nah, yeah, I got the Rams as well. It's if Stafford can stay healthy.
Yeah.
But once again, they're just one of them teams. You got Sean McVay, one of the best coaches in the league as well. And
arguably the best play caller.
Yeah, honestly, and the defense is obviously getting better. Very young defense, but hopefully they can make a jump this year. And yeah, you got Stafford, another weapon, man, another weapon that's not Cooper Kupp. You know what I'm saying, old and washed, but yeah, and I thought about the Niners. I thought about them, but they're just like CMC healthy. They're definitely they're right there.
Yeah.
In the discussion, but
you lose
no
two
defense though. Yeah.
You lose.
But
you lose some major key players on defense and offense though. You gotta wait on Ayuk to come back.
Yep.
And
Debo's gone. Debo's washed. But
will Ayuk even be the same? You know what I mean?
Is Trent playing or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he's kind of.
That's what they say. Yeah.
So I thought about him. I also thought about Seattle too.
That defense gonna be.
Seattle's a sneaky team. Their defense is gonna be very good.
I like Mike McDonald. I think he's one of the. He's their obviously head coach, but he's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the better defensive minds in the league as well.
Right. Yeah. So
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold obviously kind of neutral switch off.
Yeah.
Between him and Geno, but really also you got Kenneth Walker. I think the run game can be good. Right. They got a decently upgraded O-line, not a crazy one, but it's better than the bottom of the barrel that they were last year.
Gray Zabel.
Yeah, Gray Zabel up there singing stick talk shit. So who knows what they can do.
Also, I do like the offensive coordinator they did bring in for the Seattle Kubiak. Yep. He was in San Francisco all these years, so he's a Shanahan disciple.
Right.
And the scheme, it's like Darnold's already there when he was like the whatever, like assistant, whatever.
Right.
So he already knows the offense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What to expect to a degree for Darnold and whatnot. And apparently this offense is obviously really, it's kind of like not tailored, but it should benefit, you know, K9 and Charbonnet
exactly.
for sure.
Yep.
In that zone running scheme.
Yeah.
Outside zone running scheme. So I like Kubiak. I have high hopes for that offense, but now I'm like, all right, let's see what the sheriff is, and it's you know, so it's like, yes, let's bring it down a little bit.
But I mean, Sam Darnold, I mean,
last year though, you know,
you know what I'm saying, he was hooping last year.
But that's KFC,
and it's what?
That's KOC though. KOC put
KOC,
and KOC obviously has a track record of elevating quarterbacks. You know what I mean?
Quarterback
whisper. So I hope you know what I mean that
this thing too though. I think that people undermine, like, Cooper Kupp is washed, but I mean they still got JSN. I like Torrey Horton, the rookie that they drafted out of Colorado State.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'll come in and get some valuable playing time. So it's not like they just have like the worst, receiving core ever. I think they got some people over there. Obviously you lost DK and Tyler Lockett, but those are two old guys, I think. You know what I'm saying? Two older guys that just like, especially Tyler Lockett. DK is still DK, but like, I don't know. I'm not. I think they still got a decent weapon, decent weaponry over there. So I think they should be fine. But yeah, I would. I don't know. It's Sam Darnold, so like, you never know.
Yeah, my thing.
It could be bad.
Cardinals is touch on them real quick. Is I think their defense is gonna be good this year. I think they're gonna have a really good defense this year. With the additions they made, in the draft with obviously Will Johnson, Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, like up there and applying pressure,
right? And
you have Gannon. He was the Eagles DC when they went the first time.
Yeah, and their defense was the focal point that year.
Right. So I think I should see a leap from them. See, my thing is just the offense, bro. Like, bro. It's like they have they return the same OC, and like obviously you have some you have Marv, McBride. You got McBride, James Conner still putting out good work. Michael Wilson's not terrible, I guess. But,
Michael Wilson,
Trey Benson, like the unit is not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
But it's like I feel like they're just hindered by that OC though. I don't know, like he just be running some ancient stuff, bro. Like, like you know what I mean? And Kyler, being on the game and whatever. Like,
once COD comes out, it's over with.
But yeah, I just like they have all the making that they should be, like week in and week out should be a good offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like
they never do.
Yeah, it's like the consistency.
Yeah,
wax.
I'm always high on him to start the year. I'm not falling into that trap this year. I just can't until Kyler shows me, he's the top 10 quarterback that I used to believe that he was. So I mean, we'll see. Hopefully he can get the ball to everywhere but Trey McBride, you know what I'm saying? Not everywhere but Trey McBride. I just picked him up, bro. But I mean, like, I need him. To not just Trey McBride.
Right. Spread it out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Spread it out.
Target Marv like down in the red zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why not? But things like that. So they're still a sneaky team at the end of the day, but I just, until Kyler shows me something, I can't respect them or the coaching staff in general.
Yeah.
But so boom, that is our predictions, our major predictions for every division, every award we got. Now we are gonna move on to the big one. Pause. Super Bowl prediction. Just who do you got winning it all? Who do you got going? Who you
got? My Super Bowl prediction will be. I feel like just getting caught into the trap again. Yep. Give me the Baltimore Ravens coming out of the AFC. I got Eagles going back, bro.
I'm going back.
I got them going back, sadly.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Eagles. You got a little bird Super Bowl out there in San Fran. But yeah.
Yeah. I would say the same. I think Baltimore, and we once again we fall into the trap every year.
Yeah,
kind of the Chiefs, but I just think this is the year. Like, if Lamar doesn't get it done this year, and I understand he doesn't have the best receiving core ever, you know what I'm saying, but he does have a top 5 defense. Derrick Henry, you know what I'm saying, and for the Chiefs and the Bills, this is the lowest that they're gonna be at. And I understand that's a gauntlet. You know what I'm saying, having to try to go through them two guys, but this is the worst teams that they have both had respectively.
All right.
You know what I mean, they don't have weapons. Neither Lamar don't have crazy weapons either, but like, you know what I'm saying? These guys have Xavier Worthy and Khalil Shakir. Like, this is your chance to really come out here and beat them. You know what I'm saying? And get it done. Because if they go out here and get another, receiver, oof, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But I believe in Lamar. I just need him to, it's Mark Andrews' fault for real. Mark Andrews sold for real this year. But I think this year he gets it done. I think him, Derrick Henry, that rushing attack, the defense.
Too bad no more Justin Tucker though.
I believe in him. They don't need him. Tyler Loop out of Arizona. Tyler Loop out of Arizona, baby. You didn't even think I knew that. You didn't even think I knew that. Shout out Tyler Loop. I'm drafting him in all my drafts.
Nobody worry about him. Tyler Loop. Wait.
Tyler Loop. He was kicking 77 yarders.
I got Cam Little.
In warm-ups.
Cam
Little.
Hey! He hit that 70 ball. You saw that?
Bro.
In game.
Yeah, that was bad. That was crazy. But
yeah, facts.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. So yeah, I got the Ravens in the East. NFC, bro. It's like you think you just are sat here thinking like what team could beat the Eagles, and I just can't come up with an answer, bro. I just can't come up to say the Rams or
Lions or nobody.
Lions or just I just can't.
The Giants gonna
Packers,
beat them. The Giants gonna beat them.
Bro said the Giants. Look, the Commanders are just not there yet. Maybe one more year. I gotta go Eagles, man. Unfortunately, hopefully the Ravens can beat them. But all it's gonna do is propel Hurts into even more conversations that he don't belong in. But yeah, they will be my pick to go back to the Super Bowl.
Lamar, save us.
Yeah.
But
Lamar for real, save us.
But yeah.
Yeah. So
did you want to do the trending teams, or we kind of touched on that already? Yeah.
What?
Like the teams we expect to, boom or bust.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, we already touched on that a little bit. We can skip that.
So now we'll go to your. This is last week we had the power rankings, right?
Yep.
What do we got?
This is teams 20 through. We'll do 20 through 11. I said last time I did
20 through
Steelers.
10 or 20 through 20 through 11. Yeah.
I'll do 20 through 11 to say
Right.
the top 10 for next week.
And we'll just go through them.
And you can stop me when you're like, I don't know about that, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like we did last year. So last episode. So 20, dating back to last episode 20, I had the Steelers. I'm not as high on them as everybody else is. So I got them down there at 20. 19, I got the Cardinals. Kind of touched on it. They got all the potential in the world, but just cannot put it together. So for that reason, I'll have them 19. Bears 18.
Okay, all right.
They're middle of the pack. You know what I'm saying? But I think once again, they're not there yet.
That's fair.
I need one more year, and then next year I'll put them, top 10s and things like that.
That's fair.
17, I got my Cowboys, man. I think we'll have one of the best passing attacks in the league, but unfortunately, one of the worst, defenses in the league, along with the terrible rushing attack. So, shout out Dak. Maybe we can just push into the playoffs, but that's a recipe to be trash. 16, I got the Niners. Similar thing. I think their offense will be good, but their defense is very dismantled. Right. And lost a lot of pieces.
Unless they got Robert Saleh back.
So. Yeah, they did get Robert Saleh back.
Anybody can rebuild it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's him, so.
He's a defensive mastermind, but I just think they've lost a lot over this offseason. 15 is where I got now I'm looking at it. No, I'm tripping. Yeah, let me change this. 15, I'm gonna put the Texans.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the Texans. Once again, O-line is just terrible. It all depends on if they can hold CJ Stroud upright. If not, no running game, depleted receiving core a little bit. It's rough, but obviously they can be up there. That was 15, right? 14, Seattle. Once again, I'm high on them. I think I'm a little high on Seattle, but I just think that they can put it together. I think Sam Darnold isn't the worst quarterback ever. They got a good defense, good weapons. I think they will be decent out there. So now it's 13, right? Because I just had the movies all in my mind.
All right.
13, and this is, I don't know. I originally had them at 15 until I started reading it, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll have those names right there. But this is why I got the Bengals.
Okay, that's interesting.
The Bengals. And a lot of people are going to have them like top 10, and I get that. But bro, they're gonna have one of the greatest offenses in a minute, but they're also gonna have one of the worst defenses ever
in a minute. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like those even out. That's why I had them at 15 because I'm like those even out. That's a literal mid team. That's the definition of mid team.
Caleb Downs, come on down.
It's like, yeah, they need something, dude. I don't know. They need something, but I got them at 13.
Especially with no Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, no Trey Hendrickson too. Yeah, that would be so bad.
People are just gonna be
very bad. That's a free
Swiss
30
cheese.
point. Yeah, bro, that's a free 30 bomb, bro. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I might have to watch every Bengals game because it's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, literally.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Like. Yeah, I'm gonna put them at 13. But I originally had them at 15, but I'll put them at 13 out of respect. 12. This is where I got the Bucks.
Honestly, I'd probably be a little lower on them, but okay.
Really, I thought about it, but I was like, am I taking the Bucks over Seattle? Am I taking the Bucks over the Texans? Am I taking the Bucks over the Niners?
You kind of know what you're getting there.
I think I would. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a more safe pick, I feel like. 11, and this is, I guess, to round off the middle teams, this is where I got the Broncos. You talked about it.
Okay.
You're very high on the defense.
Okay.
I'm very high on them, too. They're a very well-rounded team. You had them up there?
I'd have them top 10.
Really?
Lower side of the top 10. Like, a team that I know is in your top 10, I'll swap them out. Like, they're probably like right
Chargers?
next to you. Nah.
Who are you talking about?
Would you have Jacksonville top 10?
Hell no.
Where are they at?
Jacksonville was last week.
Oh,
23.
I forgot.
Jacksonville top 10 is insane.
I thought like,
which is weird, which I was gonna bring up because it's like some of these teams I have like lower than, like I have the Falcons 21, but I have the Bucks 11, but I have the Falcons winning the division. So it's like kind of weird, but it's just like
stuff happens.
That's because just like this is just preseason, but I believe what the Falcons will do over time. We'll just climb and climb. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
we'll do like halfway power rankings, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, and then we'll see how that stands now. But
yeah, I'd have Broncos top 10 though.
Really?
But I gotta see what you got in your top 10 though. So tune in next week.
I will say this
because we're gonna fight.
I'm not the ultimate believer in Bo Nix yet.
All right. I ain't say that either.
I will say. Huh?
I ain't say I'm a Bo believer either. I just think.
Yeah, but
I'm just out of that defense.
That's
right?
fair.
You know, like
that is fair. I mean, maybe.
Who knows? We'll see. Preseason. It's preseason.
Yeah, it's preseason, so I'll live with it.
It's fluid.
I'll stick with my pick.
But yeah, man. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad list. I'm interested to see what you got cooking next week. Though.
Yeah,
that's top 10. But
yeah. Yep. All right. Very last thing that we are gonna touch on, just real quick, because we won't have time to talk about it next Sunday because they will be over with. That is these upcoming college football games. A lot of a couple decent, very good.
Some great opening day, yeah.
Yep. Obviously, opening up with Texas versus Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Midday game.
Right.
Is that college game day?
Nah. It should be.
It better be.
But I mean, like Fox though. They're Fox Big Noon. Like they're college.
Oh yeah.
They love Ohio State at noon. Bro.
Yeah.
They love those, like,
fair enough.
They be just staying over there, bro.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, I got. Come on, bro. It's easy. Multiple reasons. Ohio State literally lost like all their starters.
Yeah.
Feels like on both sides, impact players. Obviously, you still have arguably the best offensive player in the country, in Jeremiah Smith, and some people say the best defensive player in Caleb Downs. I think he's top five, defensive player in the country. But you're going out there, you're starting a rookie, a true freshman against that Texas defense, who obviously lost some guys, but they also replenished too.
Right.
So they're gonna be a problem. I forgot. Speaking of Texas defense, they got Jahdae Barron over there in Denver. But
they with the Denver dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good pickup.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, I got Texas over Ohio State there.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State's just depleted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Depleted? You think so?
I mean, you can't be depleted as Ohio State because you get 5 stars left and right.
Yeah.
But they're developing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you got to build up.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I would probably say for that reason as well. Well, I feel like we got to see Julian Sayin really get into his groove. You know what I'm saying? And this is his first, game as a starter versus if not the best defense in the country.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bad game for him to settle in and get right. So for that reason, I would probably go Texas. But you still got Jeremiah Smith though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Jeremiah Smith. Got Caleb Downs.
got St. Clair. I think that receiver, yeah.
They got who's the other Carnell Tate?
Yeah.
He's the other wide receiver. So, I mean, it's just Texas though. I don't know. Texas, they're number one for a reason right now. But these are the type of games that hate to admit, but they like to choke us. So
not wrong.
So yeah, they're like the Cowboys. So
all right,
we'll see. Shout out Texas, hook 'em, I guess. But yeah, we got Texas in that game. What's the other one we were talking about?
The Clemson versus LSU.
Where's that game at? Oh, Clemson. Okay, there it is. Yeah, Clemson at LSU nighttime game, 6:30.
That's tough. I think both teams will be good, but I think I gotta lean Clemson there.
Yeah,
where's it? Yeah, it's
at Clemson.
Yeah, it's It was honestly I'm home that home field.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around, I'd maybe like LSU a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Clemson. Also, you got K. Klubnik there. Nussmeier, he's coming off that injury.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But yeah, I think Clemson, that defense is gonna be great. Obviously that production on the offense is gonna be very good on that side. So I do like Clemson. I think this is gonna be a great game.
Yeah. They still got Durham as their running back or no?
Clemson?
Yeah, Caden Durham.
I think.
No?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Got to fact check.
So I gotta check.
Like?
Yeah, I would probably take Clemson as well. Just more rounded. Just more well-rounded, or not more well-rounded, but
top to bottom or what?
I don't know. I think it's a good statement game for them.
Right.
They're at home in Clemson as well.
No.
So yeah, I don't know too much about LSU for real. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But fuck it, I'll take Clemson.
Fair enough.
Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll take Clemson.
Go Tigers.
Facts.
They're both Tigers actually.
Yeah, they both are. Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's funny.
That's a trophy game. They got like a.
It's now they call it the battle, like the real Death Valley, because they both call their stadium Death Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, they're both Tigers.
Yeah.
And they both call their stadium Death Valley. So it's like it's a showdown of like the real Death Valley. Death Valley Showdown or whatever they're calling it, something like that.
Yeah, that's strange. Fair enough though.
But,
yeah, moving on. Last game we're gonna touch on is Notre Dame versus Miami in Miami on Sunday night.
Miami, Skyami.
So who you got in that one?
Give me Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame. This is an old throwback rivalry here, so that's pretty cool. Yep. Notre Dame just named their starter C.J. Carr. Obviously, I'm not gonna act like I know a lot about him, but obviously I know he's a touted prospect. And I'm pretty sure a decent amount. Obviously, you still have Jeremiah Love returning.
Yep.
They
got Greathouse still.
Yeah. So they still got some guys, you know what I mean, from that team last year. So I think majority of the guys, if they did lose, were I think like on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Not majority, but like a couple guys.
Right.
So I like Notre Dame there, despite Miami revamped here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably lean Notre Dame as well. I think Notre Dame has, like you said, retained a lot of their talent, starting with Jeremiah Love, obviously. While Miami, I feel like, has lost a lot of it. Obviously lost Cam Ward. Obviously, that's a big one.
Yep.
Placing with Carson Beck, but you know what I mean. They what? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Lost,
$4 million.
Lost Damian Martinez. You know what I'm saying? Lost
Restrepo.
Lost Elijah Arroyo. So they do got what's his name? It's like Josiah Trader, something like that. That's kind of their next wide receiver prospect to be on the lookout for. But yeah, they've lost a lot of guys, especially on the offensive side. Over this past offseason. I know that because Miami.
No.
But yeah, I would definitely lean Notre Dame in that game as well.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, kind of boring picks. They're all the favorites. Well, Ohio State's favorite right now. So yeah, by -1.5. So
oh yeah, come on, bro.
Maybe. Well, I mean, they're in Columbus, so I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah,
crowd ain't gonna play for you.
Hey, that's fair. That is fair.
They have the atmosphere. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they do.
But
yeah, that is it for this episode of TETO.
Yeah.
Like I said, just a big football preview, NFL, college football coming up in the next week and a half. So next episode we'll kind of attack everything else. You know what I'm saying? We got basketball is creeping up as well.
Some big fights coming up here.
Yeah, some big fights. Shout out Crawford and Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the Jake Paul, that shitty ass Jake Paul.
I gotta get your thoughts on that.
Just got announced.
Yeah, I gotta get your thoughts on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So next episode we'll definitely touch on everything, and more importantly, Sunday night 6 o'clock we will be having our fantasy draft here.
Yes, sir.
We will have it recorded. And honestly, we can always we'll probably end up touching on players that we like or players that whatever.
Little fantasy.
So yeah, your little fantasy episode.
Fantasy special. Well. Yeah.
So yeah, that's how next week is shaping out. Yeah. So without further ado, we are out of here.
Yeah.
See y'all in the next one, man. Peace.